Nice 1-2 qualifiers there from our drivers.
Shout out to Marco Pedrana, Alfredo Jr., Noble Brown, AMG, Dan Reel, Hamada Akusa, Steven Josephson. Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video. In today's video, it's the Ferrari Team Series event, and we're going to be entered into the Ferrari Team Series event here. 10 million coins. Let's go. Get ourselves entered into the champion division. Come to think of it, I have not been lower than champions division this season because we restarted with the champions division, so all my GP events has been champion divisions. Crazy, all my events champions division, and we've only got 1, 2, 3 finals, and all of them has been in the top 10, so that's really nice. So for this Team Series event, we're going to be using Team Ferrari, of course. No question about that. With the buff. Looking good with the buff. Call the signs looking really strong there. Leclerc coming up as well to look really good with this buff. So if you have your Leclerc at level 7 and your signs at level 8 or level 9, hats off to you, man. You're going to do good this event. Hopefully we can do good as well. Alright, so let's jump straight into the races. Alright, here we go for our first race of the video. We're on Italy. So let's see what our Team Series drivers are going to be looking like. Using a setup that I normally have been testing from yesterday to use for duels. Nice. Pretty decent qualifiers there. That's the kind of qualifiers I like. Whenever I see qualifiers like that, I know 1-2 is possible for me. Or I can try at least to get 1-2 with qualifiers like that. As Scholar Science, he's going to take first place right off the bat there. And then we're going to just leave with Leclerc to make his way through. Nice positioning from Leclerc, nice and early, showing me that he wants to attack. He wants to pull positions. And there you see him trying to squeeze through the middle there of those cars to make his way up to P4. But he did not make it that time, so he's going to come back and make a second attempt here. We're going to keep the boost going for 2 laps here on both our drivers as we are in the top of the pack. You don't want to drop too far back whenever you're in the top of the pack. So we're going to keep that boost. There we go. Leclerc put in a nice cut down there. Boost back up. Pick up that position. Now he's off. Now he's set free to go hunt down the rivals. They're on hard tires. So he should come back here. He should get around them real quick here. And clear them from here. Alright, at the same time we're trying to clear these cars, we have like a little distance being created. There we see Leclerc trying on the outside, didn't work this time. That time, let's see if he can get it now. We can also cut Leclerc down here to conserve because of his high tire management, and we just go another lap with Leclerc as we cut signs down to conserve. Leclerc has good tire management, so he can make the distance back around for another lap, leaving us not to go to pit there, so we don't get passed by those guys who were going to pass us either way. So maybe we would have come out right behind that number 9 car, but because we didn't go to pit there, we're going for an extra lap with Leclerc. We made it back around. Alright, so 6% tires should make it back to the pit lane before running out. 1% right at the pit entrance, and we're going to boost him right in there. And then some of those back cars behind us should come to pit. As you see, all of them come into pit there. Exactly, well calculated there from Leclerc. And he's back out in P5. Now can go into a boost phase with Leclerc as well, as he saved 1 lap of fuel and boost for 2 laps, so we can start our boost phase so we can catch up to the rival when he goes to pit. So we should get around this Ferrari here, also on hard tires. It's the rival AI Leclerc. Alright, let's scream. The rival is gonna No, he's not stocking. So we should pick up Signs though. There we go, picking up Signs, and then we're going to scream around again and pick up his Leclerc as well. We're going to go back to pit with Signs here to boost him. His Leclerc should run out of tires, but he's going to be close. So we're just going to go around here, pick up his Leclerc, then cut down to conserve and do another lap. Basically what we did in the first. There we go. Or we could go to pit here to hard tires on Leclerc as well. Let's go to hards on Leclerc, and then we can boost him to finish with Carlos Sainz, as the rival Sainz will definitely need to go back to pit, so we can get by him whenever he goes back. All right. Yeah, that Sainz is definitely going to go back to pit. So we'll just let our drivers boost until they're low on fuel. They're cut themselves down. And this one should be a 1-2 for us. But nice start to the qualifying round. Nice qualifying from both our drivers, P3 and P7. That's the kind of qualifiers we want, and we are not yet on our strongest setup, as this setup that I'm using now is what I've been using for duels. We'll share it in a second here. As you know, we do our first 3 races in a qualifying video, and then we're gonna sandbag our last 2 races. So makes no sense me recording me sandbagging my last 2 races, sticking with the GP strategy. Alright, there we see Leclerc now down to low fuel, cruising around for the final lap. Sainz all the way up there, still boosting. Awesome race to the start, and that's the kind of qualifiers you want. You can see the rivalries using Leclerc and Sainz as well, so I'm eager to see what level his is, Leclerc and Sainz as well, because they did out qualify us by 1-3. So I'm eager to see what the level. I think he has a level 8 Sainz, but he has a level 7 Leclerc. That's what I think. Here comes Sainz, trying to creep back up on our Leclerc. Let's boost here. Yeah, let's cut him down so he does not run out. Wait for him to hit that straight and then boost him back up. There we go. Good blocking on that. Though he was out of fuel, he parked his car in the middle of the track, so the rival couldn't sneak by him at the finish line. Great driving from Leclerc. Let's see the rival levels. Oh, so he's at the same levels. He's at the same levels with us. I guess he's on his power level setup. We're not on our power level setup. I'll share our setup in the next race. Let's jump into it. Here we go for our next race on the US. 22% chance of rain, so I did not change for any wet drivers. So hopefully it's dry qualifiers, and it is. Nice 1-2 qualifiers there from our drivers, and again I say, though this is qualified, so you can take qualifying with a grain of salt. You can take qualifying with a grain of salt all the time. All right, you always want to take qualifying with a grain of salt. You will qualify 1-2 in qualifying, and when you hit the opening round, you don't qualify 1-2, and when you hit the final round, you worse don't qualify 1-2. So you can always take qualifying with a grain of salt. All right. So this is why I use the qualifying round to test setups, and not to use my strongest setup in the qualifying round at the end of the day. I like to use like other setups to test on the qualifying round and see what their performance would be like. So this setup is what I've been using for duels. It has been going really well here. This setup was shared with me by KJ All Day, so hats off. Shout out to KJ All Day. Go check out his channel. He shared this setup that I'm using currently in duels with me. So credit goes out to KJ All Day for this one. And as you can see, the setup is running really nice in the GP events here. As I was looking for a setup just like this, I was looking to create a setup just like this. And KJ heard me on the live stream saying that I was looking to create a setup just like this, and he did. He went ahead before me, created it, So credits to him. And he came back and shared the results. And yeah, it has been working like a miracle in duels. It has been running good, hands down. It has been running really well. I can say that. All right, we can cut down here so we don't. Yeah, we could just let them run for 3 laps. It signs in Leclerc, especially with the buff, tire management buff. So yeah. Also got to take that into consideration this weekend. That Sainz and Leclerc has a tire management buff also, so they can do a little extra. As you can see, they did 3 laps, full 3 laps on the Americas here, on boost, on softs. We're about to do 3 laps on conserve, and then we're going to come back to boost to finish. So this is basically my strongest team ever in the game. So it's going to be very interesting this weekend. Very interesting. I'm going to qualify early today. I'm going to try my best to remember to put in my final races later this evening. Sometimes I forget and I have to qualify tomorrow, Thursday, or sometimes I also forgot to put in them on Thursday as well, so I have to qualify on Friday. So, but I'm definitely going for Q1 qualifying this week. So if you're interested in this setup, we're going to share it at the end of this race, so stick around. And as I said, this setup is what I've been using for duels. Stick a screenshot there for the thumbnail. Want one with both drivers side right there in the background. One up in front, one right behind. Let me see if I can get that perfect one. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so we're going to go back to pit now to soft tires, and then we're going to boost to finish. So let's just boost them in. Oh, it's wet. It's going to be wet, so we could switch to wets. Though it's going to be late rain. We're going to be out on wet tires before it comes down. So normally at this position you would have switched to hards and do 2 laps. You can do your you can switch to softs and do your 2 laps. You can do your 2 laps on softs as the rain is just going to come down here. It's not down just yet, so it makes no sense to switch to wet at this point. You would have been losing time and positions within a few seconds before the rain comes down like that. Then you pick up back your positions in your boost. Your car would come back up to grip. But yeah, awesome race, 1-2 straight off the bat. Very interesting. Though you can take, as I said before, take qualifying with a grain of salt. All right. Don't expect anything you do in qualifying to be good results, as the difficulty in qualifying is totally different from the difficulty in the final round. The final round difficulty is higher than the difficulty in qualifying, just so you know. The opening round difficulty is different from the difficulty in the finals and in qualifying as well. Both drivers speed into the finish. See, I got a better screenshot right there. Nice. Leclerc wants to take P1 from Sainz after he was leading for the entire race. Great race there. Great 1-2 for us. We'll take it. Rival waiting for him to finish his race. See, the tires did not, the wetness did not reach up to 50%, as you can see. So even if you had went for soft tires, you have still gone through. with no problem there. Alright, so let's jump into the next one. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna... What? New game content available. Need to restart. I don't know what's that. I don't know what's that. Is an update out? That was just basically saying that there was an update out. So we didn't get to share our setup. You see, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything. So I'm not going to cut this portion out, as you guys see, because we were supposed to share the setup there, but we couldn't. But we're going to share it now after this race. All right. All right, let's jump into the final race. All right, so here we go for our final race of the video. We'll show the setup after this race. As you saw before, it wasn't my fault that we didn't show the setup. I was about to show the setup, and the thing glitched out. Talking about new content, there we see 1-2 from the rivals Leclerc, 3-4 for our Leclerc and Sainz. So it's gonna be a ding-dang battle this week between Leclerc and Sainz. We've raced this rival in our first race. I guess it's a bot again and not the real player. Yes, so we should take 1-2 right off the bat here. Once again, drivers are looking really strong this week. And once again, we're not on our strongest setup. This is a dual setup that I use, courtesy of KJ all day. I've been using from yesterday. Has been running pretty well. Getting some good matches in there. Sainz struggling to overtake Leclerc. Finally got him. Now it's Sainz on Sainz, Leclerc, and Sainz went for P1, and Leclerc is still stuck behind Leclerc. Let's see if we can cut down our Leclerc and give him a chance to pick a better line here. If he can get around the rivals Leclerc, as he's on softs. He's on hard, so he should get around fairly easy, but let's wait. There we go, finally getting around. Now it's Leclerc on Sainz. Let's see if he can pull the same thing that Sainz did. Nope, didn't pull it at all. We're gonna go back to pit here. Let's go back to softs and do the 3-3-3. Now he finally gets around. Alright guys, sorry for the inconvenience, but from this point on in the video, there were some background noises outside that are very inappropriate, so I muted for the remainder of the video. But yeah, use code word mute to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys for all your support, and hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the video. Alright, you're gonna hear me mute back, and that's gonna be it for this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Look out for a second video coming out today, where we'll be showing you the opening of 10 Team Ferrari crates. Not mine's. It was shared with me by one of our subscribers, so we're going to share that later on with you guys. And yeah, let me know down in the comments how you guys did in your event, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.